Hi guys, today I wanted to read you a story about a special holiday that we still are celebrating it. Can you remember what the holiday is? For us it has very special meaning. It's the Easter holiday. So this story is called The Easter Egg. And the author and the illustrator are the same person. What's the illustrator do? Draws the pictures. What's the author do? Writes the words. And the author and the illustrator for this story are Jan Brett. I want you to look closely at the picture, at the cover, and see, what do you think the story will be about? Take some time and think about it and say it. I think it might be about the Easter Bunny. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I've never read it before. It's a new book for me. I'm going to open it up. When we go through it, I want you to think about the pictures. Okay, there's the first one. Let's see what the pictures tell us to do about the story. Maybe I should get closer so you can see the pictures. Cheer up, spring is here. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. So who do you think the main character in the story might be? Remember his name? Start with a sound. Hoppy. Hoppy had been dreaming about being the bunny all year long. Now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted the Flora bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. Ooh, the Easter rabbit will love those colorful flowers, he thought, and started picking flowers for his eggs. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, Flora said. What a neat idea. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go. Wow, they are nice friends. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth, round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said. His friends have some nice ideas. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting, squigglers, and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity-hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit chocolate egg so sweet it will make his whiskers tingle. Then Hoppy saw Granny Irony decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the egg in pots of yellow, green, and orange and red dye, adding to the design each time. Wow, look how beautiful they are. Those are beautiful. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. Another bunny sharing. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vanderrabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit, so real that he looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting on your egg? He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling mechanical egg. Whoa! Hoppy said. "That's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one?" Roberto asked. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. "Thank you, Roberto," he sighed, "but I think I better make the egg that is right for me." Oh, Hoppy sounded pretty smart there. Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. "Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined," he thought. "I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg that I am proud of." But his own kind of egg. Suddenly, the woods rang with the squawking of birds, sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, crawling wildly as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg had tumbled out of her Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until... Oh, Mother looks sad. Oops. Until it hatched. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. Look at him sitting on it. "I'll take care of you the best I can," he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. See Mother Robin up here? And Hoppy is on the other egg. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. It's all different weather. Every day, the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs. Buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. See all their beautiful eggs. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. Suddenly, a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. Whoops. And it stopped. The Easter bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs, one by one. "You have brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world, but a very special one is not here," he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Well, whose egg could it be? Oh, they're all looking. Whose egg could it be? Who do you think it could be? There's one egg that wasn't there yet. "Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said. "When I return, I will show it to you." And he disappeared into the woods. Who's in the woods? Wow, look at all those neat eggs. He came back with Hoppy, looking scruffy and bed-raggled. "Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of," the Easter bunny told him. "He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched, and she could take care of it." The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop of the wagon. Now they were ready to go. Look at that egg, it's cracked, isn't it? It's just a shell now. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best Easter ever, Happy," they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for the girls and the boys to find on Easter morning. Now, in your packet, there is a piece of paper that looks like this. I can retell a story. And on it, it says, use the boxes below to retell a story using drawings and words. I want you to write some sentences too. It says, tell the beginning of the story, tell the middle of the story, and tell the end of the story. They didn't leave you very much room to write, so your writing can't be huge. It has to be little letters. I'd like you to write your story. Write the beginning of the story that just we read, write the middle of the story, and write the end of the story. And then draw a little picture to go with it. If you need help, remember that's what moms and dads and big brothers and sisters are for. Start your sentence with an uppercase letter. Leave space in between. Sight words should be spelled correctly. Look on your sight word ring. If you don't know how to spell something, look and see how to spell it on your sight word ring. And then if you already know the word or you don't know the word, sound out the other words. Leave space, periods, and write neatly and draw a pretty picture. I think that this is a small space, so your colored pencils would be a good choice to do this page with. I can't wait to see these. I'm really excited. Do a beautiful job. Make sure you put your name and the date, and I'll put this page in your Me magazine, so make sure you do your best to work with it. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.